Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to the Wake Up Project Radio. This is actually sort of a preview to the actual show that will be coming up, the interview that we will be having with Dr. Buttar. And the theme of tonight's show is exposing the medical mafia. And, some people out there are questioning whether I have an agenda. Yeah, I've got an agenda. I definitely have an agenda. I want this world to be a better place. I absolutely do. I have 5 children, and I feel it is my responsibility to do whatever I can with whatever tools, resources Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala blesses me with, to do whatever I can to make other people's lives better and basically generally improve the state of this world. And I have absolutely every little bit of faith that we will improve this world, because people are waking up with lightning speed, and it is very exciting to see the transformation that is taking place. And I would like to bring about a smoother transformation, if at all possible. If I can play any role in that, in making it a smoother transition for people into a more beautiful world, reduce the suffering, because it seems like quite often it's suffering can be a sort of cleansing process, a sort of waking up process for many of us. But I don't think that we have to suffer, as much as we tend to, if we would just wake up and make the changes that we need to make. And then that will alleviate the suffering, and we can step into a better world much more quickly. So that's my agenda, folks. So anyway, again, back to the medical mafia. I just want to sort of just outline just a couple kind of points for you, just so you kind of understand how did the current medical paradigm even come into play? How did it evolve? How did it get here? And really, I mean, it comes back to the Rockefeller family. I mean, it's just amazing. These are the financiers, these are the bankers. They made their money, their big money in oil, and they basically are, they have their hand in a lot of aspects of this world, and medical mafia is one of those. Realize that the pharmaceutical industry is the second, biggest profit industry on earth after arms industry. After direct death and destruction, it's sort of this covert death and destruction. And even the Journal of American Medical Association, they even admit that they are one of the main causes of death and disease on earth. So I think, it's over. It's time for us to really wise up and just quit turning to them for any sort of solution. I have long ago. I mean, I birthed my babies at home. I never, ever go to the doctor. I mean, my children have never even been there. They don't even know what it is. Okay. Well, okay. One time my son did get stitches. For something mechanical, I'm cool with it, but anything chemical, no. I'm going to turn to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He put all kinds of herbs on this earth, healing herbs. There are all kinds of nice natural healing approaches that we can turn to, that just like the Hippocratic oath that every doctor takes upon getting their license, first do no harm. Okay, Allah's solutions for healing do no harm, whereas the current medical paradigm do all kinds of harm. But fortunately, people have woken up to this, and you see now natural healing is really just making a huge resurgence. So the cycle goes on. I just would like to speed up the cycle if at all possible. So for any people out there that might not know, that the Rockefellers really truly are the basis for all medical healing that that people generally turn to, or modern science today, understand that. So if you're happy with their interest-based fractional reserve banking system that has indebted and enslaved most of this planet, then then you might be happy with their modern medical paradigm. But I'm certainly not, and I'd like you to just at least take a listen to this interview. This is a Dr. Buttar, who has helped Desiree Jennings, the cheerleader that we've all heard about, who was afflicted after she got a seasonal flu shot. they got in touch with each other, and she is now on the road to recovery, whereas the medical doctors told her there was absolutely no hope for her. And she was on the road to dying, where her lungs would just basically collapse on her out of exhaustion. And he's bringing her back and detoxifying her with all natural methods. And the medical mafia has really been on his case for many years, because he's basically bucked the system. He does not work within their realm, within their rules, and they're furious about it. And he's outsmarted them, and he has an incredibly successful practice. So I hope that this interview will spur you to think twice before you ever turn to the doctors. Really do some research on what your doctor turns to for healing approaches. So, okay, without further ado, we're going to take a quick little break, and then right after that, we will be back with the interview. Okay.
Hi everyone, this is Desiree Jennings. I want to give you a quick update on my health status so far. I've been receiving treatment and doing very well. A lot of things have started to come back, and we're hoping that more things will improve over the next few days and weeks. I also want to thank everyone who's sent me emails and Facebook messages. Your kind words and prayers have just been so helpful in this hard time right now, so I can't thank you enough for sending such wonderful words to me. And I also wanted to thank the folks who've shared their stories with me of their experiences with ill health, and I just want to let you know that there is hope, and there are things you can do to alleviate some of these problems, if not completely reverse them. So please stay positive, and I will pray for you.
Okay, welcome to Wake Up Project Radio. You can find this at wakeupproject.com. Right now we are joined with Dr. Rashid Buttar. Am I pronouncing that properly?
Rashid Buttar.
Rashid Buttar, okay. And many of you may know him as he was just sort of suddenly thrust into the spotlight as for his role in healing Desiree Jennings, which any of you who may remember, she was the young cheerleader, Washington Redskins cheerleader, who was afflicted after not a swine flu shot, but just a regular seasonal flu shot this fall of 2009, and she was afflicted with dystonia. And it was really quite a heartbreaking case, and the doctors basically gave her no hope. And I recall even when she was being interviewed by Fox News, it sounded like that they had said, if you try to talk or walk, you're actually going to get worse. And one how or another, I don't know exactly how, but I think we'll find out tonight, she was put into contact with Dr. Buttar, and he basically healed her. He, as I understand it, he detoxified her system of the poisonous vaccine that was given to her, and now she's in full recovery, as I understand it. But we'll get into that a little bit later. So anyway, so why don't you just give us a little background on, let's say a professional background. How did you even get into the whole medical field, and just go ahead and lay it out for us.
Well, I've been a physician for 19 years. About 13 years ago is when I made the transition from emergency medicine, trauma medicine, general surgery. That's what I had my training into, less of an invasive methodology or philosophy, I guess you could say, of treating patients. And so since 1997, I got out of the military in 1996. In 1997, I opened up my own private office. And I think that one thing that is important to mention here, and a lot of people may get a little confused when they think about detoxification, or they think of natural and holistic, they think a bunch of vitamins and stuff. We do many, many invasive treatments. We do 39 different types of intravenous therapies here. And so it's not as simple as doing a bowel cleanse or something like that that works. So she was very toxic. By the way, just so that we're clear, she's not fully recovered. She is well on her way of becoming recovered. She can do things that she wasn't able to do now, and she's actually told me that if she doesn't improve any more from this point onward, she's very grateful and she can actually lead a normal life, but she's still not a 100% back. For instance, her ability to recall, short-term memory loss is still there. Her ability to recall events that go back initially when we first got the improvement in her, she could only think back 6 to 8 hours.